here with Stacy and Tiffany from Top Me Off Refill Shop in Ohio. Ladies, thank you for joining me.
Hey, thanks for being here, Easton.
Of course. So, can you guys tell me what is a refill shop?
So, our idea of a refill shop is people can bring in their clean, dry glass containers and then come in and purchase the products by the ounce. So, everything that we have here is all natural, clean, no dyes, no synthetic fragrances, no chemicals. That's the big thing. Everything here is safe to use on your dishes, on your skin, on your babies. So, Stacy, you have anything to add?
Nope, we make sure we vet everything very carefully. Um, they Everything is plant-based in store, so we do not have to worry about those weird things you find at the grocery store. So like the dish soap doesn't have triclosan and it doesn't have sulfates in it. The shampoo actually is very invigorating, and honestly, it makes your hair tingle. So
Yeah.
it's kind of amazing.
And for the people, the families that might not even think about this, like their dish soap, their shampoo, just like all the things. What are some things like that you think that those families should start to look at that they're using on a day-to-day basis?
One of the first things I would do is switch over to the unbleach. It is a peroxide-based product. It is not bleach. Bleach can actually be caustic. Another thing that we would like people to see switch over to is like the body wash. When you're using a clean body wash, there's no endocrine disruptor, so we're not bothering your hormones. There's no fragrances. There's no phthalates, sulfates, any of those funky things that you can't read. Um, we did have some questions with the company at first, and they were very transparent. So you will find on the label, actually behind you, it says that there's a polysorbate 20 in there, but it also tells you it is plant-based and there's no dioxane in it, and it is a food grade based. So it's clean.
Do you want to add anything?
I was just going to add that right now, the biggest thing families really need to pay attention to, and I think is for the children. Children right now are being just bombarded with all of these chemicals, and it's messing with the way their bodies develop. It's messing with the way their brains develop. So people don't think about that when they go and buy the fun shampoos and bubble baths for their kids, right? So you get all of that crap in there. Their body is absorbing it, and it's actually doing them harm and damage. All of these products are safe. There's nothing in there that is going to cause that damage. So that's what I really want families to start thinking about is it's not just what you're ingesting food wise, it's what are you putting on your skin too.
I think it can be very overwhelming for a lot of families to be like, okay, I have to switch my food, then I have to switch my shampoo, my laundry detergent. What are some advices or things or tips or tricks that you could kind of share with a family that's really looking to start changing their journey and changing their health but don't know where to begin?
Probably the same thing that I did. You don't have to go through and do a whole sweep of the house, one thing at a time. Use the shampoo you have, but when that bottle is empty, come in and get something cleaner. Use the dish soap that you have, but once that empties, come and get something cleaner. You don't have to spend $1,000 up front. Just buy one product at a time as you're running out of it, and then eventually everything is going to be switched out and clean.
I would agree with that 100%. And it's not just the products you apply to your body, it's also the microplastics you find in your kitchen and in your bathrooms. Like your toothbrush dumps a lot of microplastics in your mouth. Your cleaning brushes do the same thing. So you will find natural bristle brushes, whether it's a hairbrush, a toothbrush, a toilet brush. We carry all natural, so you don't have to worry about those microplastics anymore. It's what we call worry-free shopping. So every product you find in the store, whether we're sourcing it or it is sourced through a local vendor only, everything is clean. You don't have to read a label. Feel free, but we can explain every single ingredient and everything.
I have something to add to that
Yes,
too,
please.
because I know as she's talking about the plastics and the microplastics, you're going to look behind us and you're going to see that all of our products came in plastic jugs. The company states that these are special plastic. These don't have all the BPA's and the whatever the other ones are.
VOCs.
Yeah. So these and the fact that the soaps are cold, right? We're not heating them in the plastic, so there is a lot lower risk of these being having any of the microplastics in there. So I just wanted to point that out
Yes.
because I know that that's going to
Yes.
be one of the first things that somebody says.
Thank you. And for those people that might not realize the toxicity of these things, you guys kind of touched on it like a little bit earlier, but can you kind of dive into like Why should a person really start to look at this type of stuff?
I mean, if you just look at all the diseases, you got so many autoimmunities, you have mental diseases, all of that is from toxins building up in the system, microplastics building up in the system. And we haven't made the connection until recently, which is why you're going to see all these companies out there trying to switch over to cleaner products and ingredients. You still have to research them though, because even though companies say that they're clean, they might not be 100% clean. And we have come across a couple of products and ingredients and companies that are like, oh, we're safe, we're 100% safe. And then you look at them and they've got EDTA and all these hormone disruptors in them. And it's like, that's not what we want. We want it 100% across the board safe. So, like Stacy said, when people come in to shop, they don't have to do the research. We have already done it. And one of the taglines that we plan on using in the shop is because Stacy's the one that does the research. She's very, very into that. I mean, it's just that's what gets her going. That's her passion. So everything in here is Stacy approved. That's what we say.
I love that. Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
No, I really don't. I mean, I do, but I don't. I feel people need to gain control of their health back. And one of the ways you do that is by paying attention to the food you consume and the products you put on your body and in your home. That is one of the biggest control factors for our health. We are just so used to mom used that, grandma used that. Well, things aren't the same now that they were then. And we've gotten away from reading the labels because, well, I've always used that or it's always been that way. It's not anymore. So I feel if you don't want to be reading the labels and you don't want to have to worry about your products, then I will do that for you and you just come shop here.
Which I think is insanely valuable because most stores that you walk into, they say they're organic, they say they're pesticide free, they say they're healthy, but then you turn around the label and they're not, and then that's more work. And as you ladies both know, they just give up.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm so sick of reading the labels, it's too much work. So walking into a shop where they're like, I don't have to be on and look at the like the labels and the ingredients in it is, I think, very important for people.
Yes, 100%.
Can you talk about what mindful living is?
Mindful living is making deliberate choices to make your life healthier. Again, it's about taking that control of your health back. We too freely give it away. We're told doctors have all the answers. You can get second opinions if you don't like what is said. And I think there is a culture out there that people are afraid to go against what their doctor said, go get a second opinion to change things. You're not talked to about nutrition. You are not talked to about clean living when you hit doctor's office. These are things you need to be doing at home. So again, once you take that control back, you start seeing the inflammation reduce. You start seeing pain reduce. You start seeing your skin clear up. There's things that you will start to notice and you're like, oh, because of everything that you were doing before, because we were not educated, is improper. So we're just here to help educate and guide people to that mindful living. Do we always eat clean? No, sometimes you're out of town and you don't know where to go. So you just pick by best choice. Just don't eat anything fried unless they say no seed oils.
Right.
But I mean, it's all about conscious choices. You have anything you'd like to add to that?
Yeah, please do. So when you were talking about us not eating clean all the time, that's one of the things. Like we'll go out and about, and people that know us, they'll see us eating or drinking something, and oh, I wouldn't think that you would drink that. Mindfulness. Yes, I know that that choice is not 100% the best for me, but I also know what it's doing to me. Whereas some people, they don't understand the outcome of that. So they just go about eating, drinking, indulging in things without understanding what the outcome is. So that's also part of mindfulness is you can choose to have those things. We're not saying you can't. We're saying just understand what it's doing to you and make sure that you're taking it in small doses, right? So yes, I will be the one to have a can of Coca-Cola or something, so
I think that's the most important aspect is realizing what it's doing to you,
yeah.
which allows you to be accountable. Okay, today I'm only going to have one pizza, or I'm going to have this once a month. Versus it's not hurting me, so I'm not even going to think about it, and I'm not even going to hold myself accountable because that's too much information to think about or whatever their excuse is.
Right.
Yeah.
You brought this to Northwest Ohio. I don't think there is anything like this in the area. Am I wrong?
There's a couple of shops that are close, but they don't do just this. They do other things, like they bring in food items, sourdough and stuff like that, different types of classes. Whereas this store is strictly body, beauty, and household. So everything in here is basically, I mean, we do have, like the honey and the elderberry for immunity, but for the most part, it's everything that you're going to see like within a household. It's not baking, it's not cooking, it's not gardening type stuff. So we're kind of niched down in that area. Um, there's a couple of other shops, but like I said, this is just a part of it.
Why do you think a shop like this is important for the local community?
Oh, she wants to answer that
Oh,
one.
I got this. Okay, one, we want to remove the chemicals from the planet. Sorry.
You're good. You're good.
When we remove the chemicals from the planet, because we should be healing from the planet, then we're no longer putting them in our body that way and directly. So you're eliminating it from two processes. On top of that, this shop is a small business that supports other small businesses. So every other product you find in here will come from another local small business, from the honey and the elderberry to the candles that you find to the lip gloss by Journey to the natural clothing, which I am wearing one of those shirts today. Nice and soft. Thank you, Marcus from Kindlewood. So
Goat milk soap. And
goat milk soap,
tallow.
yes.
Yeah.
So everything is sourced from a local vendor from your backyard.
She basically covered it, so she got all excited.
I love it. And you kind of touched on this before, but can you talk about what is the benefit of purchasing something in glass versus plastic?
Well, one of the things is glass is a lot easier to keep clean. It's a lot easier to sterilize. You don't have that cross contamination. You don't have to worry about having leftovers or residue. And then when you put something new in there and it gets mixed in, we don't want bacteria, toxins, stuff like that to grow because of something that was left in there. Two, glass is reusable. It's more sustainable than plastic because we know that normal plastic doesn't break down very well. It sits in the landfill for years. So we would prefer people to use glass. And then just with the whole, microplastics, this is a special type of plastic that they use, but anyone bringing in just a plastic soap dispenser that they bought from, Walmart, we don't really know what that's made of. We don't know the ingredients that were in that. We don't know if you're putting this product in there and then you're still allowing microplastics and toxins and everything to enter through your body. So we would prefer the glass. It's just better all around.
Absolutely. I agree with that 100%. And then with the amber jars as well, it keeps the sun from doing the damage to the product. So we do want you to actually store it in not sunlight, but the amber actually helps filter that as well so that your product doesn't go bad quickly.
And can you show what it looks like?
So this is how you will get your product with a cap on it. We do sell the spray tops, and then we also sell the pump tops for things like the lotion and then obviously the cleaner. But they all come with this cap on them. They're about 16-ounce jars. We do pre-fill some, but then we will fill one that you bring up with whatever you like as well.
Perfect. And can you ladies talk about, as business partners, what is it like working together?
Fun. Fun is the only word I can come up with. We do this all the time. We laugh. We literally can finish each other's sentences.
Yes.
So yeah, it's really great working with your friends, and we have other friends that come into the store and they not just hang out here, but they also work here. So we have our friend Andrea who does emotion and body coding, and she will be doing that here as well. So if people are interested, please stop in and see her.
I was just going to say, from the minute Stacy and I started talking about this store and wanting to do it together, our thoughts behind it and our visions were exactly the same. So it's very easy to come in and go, "Hey, I was thinking, what if we did this?" And she was almost always on the same page already, where she would come in and go, "Hey, I had this thought." And I was going, "Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking." So it just makes it so much easier and more joyful coming in and doing this, knowing that the people that you're around, it's just you're the same person basically. So, And then knowing, we have the same thoughts about how the business should be ran, it's easier for us to trust and
Yeah.
allow the other person to just do, we don't have to ask each other, should we do this? Should we do that? And it's like, if you feel that we should do it, go ahead and do it. I trust your decision and your judgment 100%.
Yeah.
So,
I think having that trust in the other person, that they're not only aligned in values, but they're willing to put in the work to make it actually a reality, is super important.
yeah, we've had the key to this place for 3 weeks, and it was literally an empty space. We needed to paint and everything, and it's completely done. It's ready to go. So, yeah, we've both definitely
Yeah.
have put in a lot of work, along with friends and family. We have some other people here in the store. Everyone has been chipping in, but yeah.
I think a lot of co-founders struggle with disagreement when there becomes a topic. Maybe there's a tough conversation that they have to have. How do you guys go about having a disagreement or bringing up like a tough conversation when that needs to be had?
One, we haven't had one yet because we see eye to eye. But two, and I'm going to say this as bluntly as I can, like Stacy and I are both no bullshit people.
Yeah.
If I have something that I need to say,
Just
I
get
can
out.
I can say this doesn't feel right, or hey, I've got a problem with this. And I know she's not going to resent me or attack me or hold that. She's going to be able to be an adult and have an actual conversation about it, and we're going to come to an agreement or a resolution. And I feel that I'm the same way. If she comes to me
Absolutely.
and goes, "Hey, I have a problem with this. Let's talk it out." So that's just part of having the same mindset.
Last question here.
Uh-oh, okay. It's going to be a good one. I
Yeah.
seen the smirk.
Where do you see your shop in the next 5 years?
Oh,
We can
okay.
start.
So we've already got plans. I don't know, do I want to share it? People might steal it.
Let 'em try.
Okay, copyright. We've already talked about this. Nobody can steal our idea. We plan on opening a mobile unit. We want to be able to not only take the mobile unit to like fairs and events and stuff, but we are hoping to get our products in Airbnbs and hotels and spas and salons. Hopefully, the draw would be to the customers to be using the natural products instead of the chemical laden products. We already have thoughts and ideas of having more locations because
Okay.
we have so many people in other cities that are already asking, like, oh, why all the way out in White House? Why? Where do you live? You want one in Defiance? Okay, we'll start thinking about that. We already have people that are willing to run those stores as store managers. I see you over there. So, that's where we're looking, and I'm not even saying 5 years. Like, we're thinking 2 or 3. So geez, 5 years. What could we do by then?
Could have more than one mobile unit.
Could have more than one mobile unit.
Have a
So
whole bus.
that's our goals and visions for now.
Do you want to give anything?
Honestly, I think what we have is just going to grow from the products that we have. We'll end up carrying additional clothing. We'll end up carrying additional products. We may end up eventually doing a spin-off of the refill shop into a little grocery store that has all clean food items, so you are not stressing what you are buying and who owns that company, because that is another issue.
It's beautiful. Those are the questions I have for you. How can people find you, and what is one thing you want to leave people with?
They can find us here in White House, Ohio. We're at 5909 Weckerly Road. We are in the shops of Blue Creek. There's a Goodwill, Subway, Copper Press Roastery. We're right in the plaza. Very easy to find us. We have a website. If you go to tmo-refillshop.com, you can get on there and find us as well. Email us from there. And the thing that we want to leave for people is just,
Leave the planet a better place than what you found it.
there you go.
Leave the planet a better place than what you found it, and that includes yourself.
Anything you want to leave, Tiffany?
I would say just come in and see us and try our new products out. Let us know what you think, and then we can grow and bring in new products every season, every year, whatever we want to do. Oh, yeah. We're going to be bringing in kombucha as well so that people can
Amazing.
refill that.
Thank you, ladies, for coming on the podcast. I appreciate it.
Thank you,
Thank
Easton,
you,
for having
Easton.
us.